We begin. 7.4, last section of the book, shifting conics. All these conics so far have been x squared over a squared plus or minus y squared over b squared equals 1, and its center is 0 by 0. Well, what if we shift it left, right, and up, down? Well, if we want the center to be h by k instead of 0 by 0, we replace x by x minus h to delay everything h units, and y by y minus k to lift everything by k units. So here we go. X squared over x minus h squared over a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. That is an ellipse, and its center is h by k. Center is h by k. The vertices, you go h plus or minus a by k and h plus k plus or minus b. Shift it over and up. Here we have x minus h squared equals 4p y minus k. That's an equation of a parabola. And shift its vertex to hk. So it was 0 by 0 moves to hk. Focus is h by k plus p. Directrix is y equals k minus p. Everything shifted over h and k. You have x minus a squared over h squared over a squared minus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. Okay, that's that has center h by k right here, h by k, and the vertices are at h plus or minus a by k, and the asymptotes are x minus h equals plus or minus b over a times y minus k. Same as the previous thing, the hyperbola, only again you replace x by x minus h and y by y minus k, just to shift the graph. So for example, here's a case of x squared over 9 plus y plus 5 squared over 25 equals 1. Well, y plus 5 is y minus negative 5, and x is x minus 0. 9 is 3 squared, 25 is 5 squared. So we write the center as 0 by negative 5, right there. The vertices will take the 0 and add and subtract 3. So negative 3 by, oh dear. Let's see if I'm doing this right. Yeah, negative 3 by negative 5 and 3 by negative 5, because we take this and add and subtract 3. And the vertices, we take this and add and subtract 0, x5. So here be 0 by 0 and 0 by negative 10. And you can figure out the where the vertices, the foci are, and that will get you at be plus or minus 2. So we take the center 0 by negative 5 and go plus or minus this 2 on this. So 4 on this. So 0 by negative 1 and 0 by negative 9. Here they ask for the vertex, focus, directrix, and graph of 2 times x minus 1 squared equals y. Now, where y is y minus 0, x minus 1 is x minus 1, 2 is 4 times a half. This should be squared. Page 4, x minus 1 squared. All right. Vertex is at 1 by 0, reading off here. Here it is. P is a half. So we go up and down 1/2. So the focus is 1 by 0 plus a half, which is 1 by a half. Directrix is y is 0 minus a half, so y equals minus a half. And here's the graph. Here we ask for the center, vertex, foci, and asymptotes, and graph of y squared minus x plus 1 squared over 4. All right, y is y minus 0, x plus 1 is x minus negative 1, 4 is 2 squared, over 1 is over 1 squared. So we can read out the center at negative 1 by 0 here. It's y is leading term, so the axis, the transverse axis is vertical. So we can add its plus, and the vertices are at plus or minus 1 from here. Negative 1 by 0 plus minus 1, so there'll be negative 1 by negative 1 and negative 1 by 1 here and here. The C, the length from to the foci is root of 1 squared plus 2 squared, which is root 5. So the foci are at negative 1 by plus or minus root 5. And the asymptotes involve 1 over 2, and it'll be y equals plus or minus a half times x plus 1 here and here. Now here, let's run the other way around. Okay. An ellipse. Here, well, major axis vertices at 0 by 10 and a focus at 8 by 0. Now the center is the average of these 2 points here at 5 by 0. Vertices, 0 by 0, 10 by 0. They mentioned a 4 here to here, so plus or minus 5 by plus or minus 4, and focus is at 8 by 0. So from the center, we write x minus 5 squared over something squared plus y minus 0 squared over something squared equals 1. Well, gosh, what is, well, okay, what is the center? The distance to the center is 5, the difference between 5 and 8, and that's 3 units. C is 3. So C 3 squared equals a squared minus b squared. That's the formula for the foci for the ellipse. So, and we have a squared and b squared is 5 squared minus 4 squared. Okay, that works fine. So the vertices are 5 plus minus 5 by 0, and 5 by plus or minus 4. So a equals 5, b equals 4, x minus 5 squared over 5 squared plus y minus 0 squared over 4 squared equals 1, and we are done. Excuse me. Apologies. Okay. Well, okay. I believe we're done here. So let me stop.